this thing on? Can you hear me? Is anybody out there? Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's where we can kick it. Everything is going down. They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends, Roy.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Ha! Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show with my co-stars. They be coming in. Big Hank, Christina Carter. We got my man who's also always calling him one of our co-stars. King Mo is in the house. DJ King Mo with Alert DJs. This is coming from the Woe Entertainment live, created by Rich King, aka Redneck Pimp, co-creator Goose, with our associate producers Blue Phoenix, Athens, and then we have numerous of hosts. And you're meeting the Lowry seasoning. Yes, I'm meeting Roy Anthony. Matter of fact, man, I'm in a deep part of Georgia, and it's been an honor because I work with one of the most popular, number one firms in the world. That's how I look at it. And they got me. I'm out here in Georgia, and it was amazing because I had never ever seen cotton fields. For real. I mean, I drove down. I was on the strip, the 16 highway, and coming to a city called your city, and in Georgia. I left Savannah. I'm about an hour and a half from Savannah, Georgia, and I had never ever seen cotton fields. It was the first time I ever seen some cotton fields, and I was like, wow, and looking at the progress of where we've came from and what we've been doing, man, it was just amazing to me. I had never seen, palm trees and grass, but never seen no cotton field, right? And so today's subject, I know we have some guests that's going to be popping in. I just wanted to break up today's subject, which is, this is going to touch on some people. The subject was, as a child, you had dreams of becoming someone. Did you accomplish it? And y'all know, everybody who watches the Roy Anthony Show knows that we try to keep it in. We try to keep it 100 always. Hold on, I'm bringing my co-star in. What's up there with you, Miss Christina?
Hey.
Right, how you feeling?
I feel okay.
Okay, you have been under the weather for about a week, so it's good to see you.
Good to be here.
Yeah. Did you hear the subject that we were speaking upon? As a child, you had dreams of becoming someone. Did you accomplish it?
Oh, okay.
And what's that says on your shirt? Faith?
Faith without work is dead.
That's what it says. What's the definition of faith?
Oh, faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen.
There it is.
Yeah.
And so, I was always taught as a kid, you got to take one step and then got to take two.
That's true.
You're looking at a person who had to do nothing. Me and Big Hank, we both are faith warriors because them streets will make faith appear. When you know what I'm saying?
That's
when
true.
you at your low point and everything, you know what I'm saying? You only thing you can do is believe in God. You can only believe. So now on this subject, when you was a kid, Was there a certain dream of something you want to be, and did you accomplish it, or you didn't accomplish it, but you still got room as long as you're living, you still can accomplish it?
I haven't um I haven't accomplished what I wanted to do as a kid, but I'm working towards it. Like I
What
haven't
is that?
gotten there yet.
My
I
ass?
I wanted to be a motivational speaker um as a kid because
Hmm.
as well y'all will see sooner or later that I had a story to tell. I was a I don't my the topic was like I was a miracle in the making or something like that. From broken to blessed, a miracle that was already in the making.
Hmm.
Um, I just feel like I was born to go through things that other people wouldn't be able to uphold. And I'm going through all of these things just to give somebody else that encouragement that they can go through it too and get through it. And I think that's what I wanted to do as a kid. I've always said that, like, I just want to talk to people. I got something to say. My thing as a kid is I got something to say. They're always telling me
Yeah.
to shut up, shut up. You know, you don't have a voice. So as I grow older and my voice was taken away from me through different situations, till now I finally I'm being heard. Somebody actually listen to me. Somebody's making me talk. They ain't telling me to shut up no more. That kind of thing. So I'm accomplishing it, but I haven't accomplished it yet.
But you on that path. I mean, you on the Roy Anthony show as a co-star, so we got people
Hmm.
looking at us all. You see me get in trouble.
Yeah, we still
Few
get in
times
trouble. Yeah.
I've been outspoken, but you give me that motivational, because a
Hmm.
motivational speaker doesn't have to reach multitudes of people. It could be one or two people,
And
right?
I'm satisfied with that. Like I've
Mhm.
looked at other people. I don't even want a title of motivational speaker because I'm doing my mission every day. I don't
Yeah,
have to have a title. You see what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I do it when I'm not knowing I'm doing it. Because it's some things I have to say to certain people that me being me in the natural, I wouldn't have never said stuff and worded it like I do. So God is with me and He tells me things that what I'm supposed to say through He's using me to speak to other people in certain situations. But people look at your right now and try to judge you. If you judging me from my right now and what I look like in the corner, you'll forever be messed up. You're gonna have a headache and confused and all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But if you tap into the spiritual realm, you will know who you are. They'll see the God in you. You don't have to open your mouth and say, "Oh, I go to church, I do this, wear your best suits and stuff." Them the ones gonna be on the outside of the door in hell. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna be looking in at the folks that they've been judging all this time because you don't know who your blessings coming through. You don't know who your confirmation is coming through.
But do you think that
So,
with your inspiration of becoming a motivational speaker, because I've seen young, like a partner of mine, and when he was a kid, he wanted to be a preacher, right?
mhm,
And I kind of situate the two together, because a motivational speaker is someone that sounds like you speak positive to someone that they can pull through and stuff like that, right?
mhm.
Now, let me ask you a question on that. Since your goal is, as a kid, you want to be a motivational speaker, do you take the same motivational speaking that you would speak for someone else and apply it to yourself?
That's my problem. I can be ministering to people day in and day out. I can save all kind of souls. But when it comes to me, I cannot do what I tell everybody else to do. It's like why you're supposed to speak to yourself first. Like I can help people through their relationships, their children, financial breakthroughs and things like that. But I can't apply it to myself. That's why I say like I'm here for everybody else. My purpose for being here is not for me.
Well, wouldn't you think that some people would consider, not saying this, me, I'm gonna be, I always try to be
Right.
the advocate, right? Would they consider that being though hypocritical?
They call
That
it hypocritical, but people have to understand you got to look at it a different standpoint. I always want to minister to myself. I speak it to myself. But if you have been grown up negative energy all the time, your mind is not going to process what you're saying. You want to, your heart wants to do what you're saying. That's why you said you're gonna have to, if you want to mention anybody, mention to yourself first. So when I talk to people, I'm talking to me. I be trying to speak life into myself. But see, if my heart is
Mhm.
not open up enough to receive that to myself, you see what I'm saying? That negative
Yeah.
energy is taking over the positive end that you have in yourself. But you can tell everybody else. So
Well,
a
see,
lot of
that's that
people,
next level. That's that next level of being a motivational speaker because to be able to drown out any negativity,
that's
right?
why I said I'm on my way there. I haven't
Yeah, I
gotten there
feel.
yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm with you. I heard you. I'm with you, and that's what I'm saying. I see. At least you are honest with
you
yourself.
have to admit it first. That's the first step. You got
There
to
you go.
admit it, your
They say
fault.
that's where you solve a problem. To know that you have a problem, to solve it is to recognize you have one. You
So it
know.
ain't like you gonna leave that door closed. You trying to open that door, but if you keep telling yourself, shaming yourself out, saying, "No, that ain't me. That ain't me," you're not leaving way to open that door. You keep blocking this door. But if you admit that you want to, it's a whole lot of praying. It's a lot that come with that. But
Yeah.
that's what faith is. Faith without works is dead. You have to put in the work.
Okay. But you know me. Okay. All my life when I was a kid. Especially when I was 11, I knew that I wanted to be a stand-up comedian.
Hmm.
I wanted to do comedy. I found all these Richard Pryor albums and everything, and I wanted to be a comedian. Right now,
Hmm.
I had problems coming up with that because my grandmother was the pastor of the church, and my mother and aunties and everybody was ministers and all that, and they was giving me such a hard time. You can't serve the devil and the Lord too, and whoop the whoop. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm made in God's image. You're telling me God doesn't smile and laugh? When I
Right.
when I read the word, it said greet each other with joy and laughter. I walk into a church and it's look like what I do? Steal your $5 out your purse? Why you looking
Hmm.
all mean? You
I've
feel me?
been like that. I've been that way too.
And so it took me a minute to get past these objectives, like you were saying you're at where negative energy, because now I'm like, you ever seen old Popeye cartoons and he get olive oil or ring and he takes out the
Hmm.
whole room shines, right? That's how I am. My aura, because I refuse. Now, if it's negative energy, my positive energy will let me know, hey, they trying to press into your positive energy. So now it's time for me to do like Snaggerpuss, exit stage left with the right angle weaving. You feel me?
Hmm.
But with this subject, when you're a kid, without all the situations that happens in the world around us, family members, friends, associates, and it can be a hindrance. And then I've seen people say, "Well, man, I didn't have no support."
That's true. I'm
And
them.
I'd be like, "What's support?" Because I didn't have none. Nobody in my family. It was a trip because my uncle won the Gong Show twice, right? And I was a little kid, and he his career didn't work well like he did. He won Gong Show twice and went on tour with Freddie Prince and them. But when he found out I wanted to do comic, he was my worst enemy.
That's how it is.
I would visit his house one time. All the family was over, and the first thing he said, "Man, ain't gonna be telling no jokes." And I'm looking at him, old Krabby Patty face, and because families can be your worst enemies.
I was just about to say that, like, if that, and it's not so much that you've done anything. Because, like, if you're a child, you have your imagination runs wild. In a child, you're supposed to have no worries, no stress, no nothing because you have your parents to do that. But that's in certain situations, different strokes for different folks. Some people are in a well-established family. Some people are
Yeah,
in families that where you have to work hard. You have to grow up at a
but
young
how?
age where
But
you
how do you
break
tell a
through.
child, Christina? Not to cut you up, but how do you tell a child? See, we're talking as adults.
Hmm.
You said a child has a big imagination, right?
Hmm.
And now look, I sit up here watch. When I was a kid, I watched a movie. I bust my head watching the Evil Knievel movie and made me a ramp and called myself going to jump some trash cans and tore myself up, right?
Right.
But the movie had me feeling that I could do that.
Hmm.
Now, as a comedian, motivational speaker, we kind of fall on the same thing. You know, you
Yeah.
we fall on the same thing. Now, and I don't want to go to where what other people hindered us because that could be always a relevant point to everybody.
Hmm.
Then some people will try to tell you, well, how you know God wanted you to do that? Well, God treats us all like snowflakes. We're all separate. I can't blame you if I go die and go to heaven. I'm be like, well, I would have been better, but Christina held me back. He ain't gonna listen to that.
Right. You have to give an account for everything you
Yeah.
do.
And
Yeah.
I believe that God gives us the suggestions of what we can be. I've seen guys who didn't even take music lessons and can play every instrument.
Yeah, you have a gift and you have a talent. That's different. You see what I'm
You think
saying?
it is?
I think it's a difference in that. A gift is, people have many gifts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can sing, but if there's no anointing in it, it's just words. You cannot say your gift is somebody else's gift. Like if you give it, you're gonna be good at it. He's gonna give it to you, but if you don't use your gift the same way he gave it to you, he'll take it away. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that everybody is born with a gift. Everybody was born with something that they're good at doing. Will everybody find it? No,
Well,
because
see,
they're not
that's
going to
the
apply themselves. They're going to
well,
keep
see,
doing different things.
I hearing you, but on some parts, I kind of not,
And
because
that's okay.
I think that I feel like the talent is a person exploring their gifts. Like,
But it's like the difference in it, and to me, is a talent can be taught. You can be taught to do something, and you end up being very good at it. But then a gift is something you're born with. You're born with the gift. Can't nobody take that. My
now that part I
son,
agree with you. Yes,
my son, as a kid, as a baby, not knowing what's going on, he was into drums. He was tapping and doing everything. He ain't never read a sheet of music. And my son is in the fifth grade now.
he played the
He can
drums.
just, yeah, he can just ear by ear, and he can remember point start to finish.
Well, that's a
You see
gift.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's his gift. And he became very good at it. And he's the drum major and he's the head of his drum line at a high school and he's in fifth grade.
yeah. Now, yeah, and now I can agree with that because see, now as a kid, ever since I was 4, I had a memory. So my mother would make me do these long, like 5 paragraph poems, and she'd be like, "You better not mess up a word." And I sit up there, and all these people be standing ovation when I get through saying these poems, right? But I was always comical. I had a
Hmm.
naturalness ever since I was a kid for saying something on the right time to make everybody laugh.
Right.
Now, people didn't see my grandmother and them couldn't see it at the time until 6 months before my grandmother died. My grandmother calls me and said, "Roy, don't you give up on that comedy." This was in 2003.
Hmm.
She shocked me. I was on my way into Santa Monica Court to take care of a ticket, and I ended up didn't go in there. Matter of fact, I adjusted to go another day because I stayed outside and listened to her for 2 hours. Not only was
Hmm.
she now she was giving me something to encourage me, but now she is giving me what they call advice on to work on it. And sometimes I would think, man, if they gave me this support back when I was a kid, how far would I have got, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But then, you know, It's just like your son now. You got him a set of drums.
He has all of that now. Well, I didn't get it. Everyone I got, he beat them so bad till they just I don't know.
You
But
can't go to a swap meet and get some drums. You got to go to the actual.
yeah, I can't play them games with him. But
Yeah,
is when you're a kid, and again, it is with what kind of family you brought up on love, you brought up on
yeah,
struggle, where people motivate you to be. If you said you can fly, I'm gonna give you a thing to tie around your neck and you run in the wind and hope you fly. That's the
yeah,
type of thing you will normally expect a parent to do for a child, right?
okay,
Help
yeah,
them push their dreams as a little kid. Little kid, they're gonna say, "I want to be a firefighter." Well, you gonna go get a fake water hose and let them see how get them the ropes of doing it so they can fulfill their dreams of what they want to do, right?
yeah.
But then you have this other side where you ain't gonna be nothing. You're gonna be sorry just like your daddy. Or it's always negative. Go sit down. Like, mama, can you see the picture that I drew? I ain't got time for that. That kills their dreams. And I'm only
Yeah,
speaking because I've been through that. Like,
yeah.
I'll try to sing and stuff as a kid. My mom and them was on drugs at the time. We was always at the babysitter's house or somebody else's house. Nobody had time. They want to pay their way out. At the time, it's not that. It's your time. You only be a child once you get after that. You can't go back.
Yeah,
Well, they said once a man, twice a child. You go back. But I'm saying, as a kid, you want to do as many memories. You know
yes.
what I'm saying? But sometimes some families you can't do that. They
You
kill
know,
your dreams. It
yeah.
didn't happen.
That's so funny you said. I want to bring in some other people. There was a brother that was on here. I don't know what happened to him, but I want to bring in DJ King Mo before we bring in Miss Moore. Is that cool with you?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring in DJ King Mo. What's up with you, DJ King Mo?
He
Hello, turn
he
off your
muted.
volume, man. I'm gonna click you on mute.
What's
There you go.
what's going on with
All right.
What's
Hey, you
good?
seen the subject, right?
for sure?
You kind of freezing. You moving around or something?
Hold on.
Hmm.
Cause you got this look. You just stuck. All
Like
right.
he mad, man.
How about
Yeah.
now?
You still
You're not
froze.
moving. Can you see yourself moving?
I mean, I see
Oh,
There
myself
you go.
moving.
Oh, you got a light behind you. Like,
Yeah, that's a window.
oh, okay. Go ahead, bro. Now, when you was a kid, you had inspirations to be someone, and did you
Right.
accomplish
Well, there was two things that as a kid, I saw myself being. One was my dad, where he was a truck driver, and even me being what 6 months old, I would act a fool because I couldn't go with him. So, as I was told, he had to give my ball in my car seat and a couple of pampers for me on the truck. So that's how I became and falling in love with, being an 18 because I was always around him doing that. And I feel like when I started my own business, I kind of like dedicated to him because of the things he taught me, the things he instilled in me. Then there is my DJ business. It was just something about the music and the way they transformed it, in the craft that they did. And I still find myself going back to the LA Dream Team. The Dream Team is in the house. Because when I first heard that song and
uh-huh.
Planet Rock, both put together, that was like magic to me. I've always wanted to be able to do that, and now I do that plus. So, with
Okay.
that being said, I would say I fulfilled, what I want to do coming up. I've done it. But then, to move forward, if I see someone else, hey, um, got a dream or something they want to fulfill, hey, I'm more open to whatever information they would share with me. I would share with them to help them, and I would not, take them halfway. I would take them all the way to know that, hey, hey, have your goal been reached? I mean, and I say that to anybody who's listening. Don't never let your dreams be limited. As long as you got breath in your body, as long as God wakes you up every day, don't never let your dreams be limited because it's only a dream when you don't try to bring it to reality. You got to take the necessary
that makes
steps.
sense.
Yeah. It's funny you said that, man, because when I started the show, everyone knows I'm down here I'm like an hour away from Savannah, Georgia, and I never seen cotton fields. I seen it on TV and stuff like that, but I had never, and I drove like 10 miles past cotton fields. And the first thing that popped up in my head is I'm living the dreams of my forefathers that was out here picking this. They got these tall trees, right? They all straight in a row, tall trees, and pictured them running and trying to get their freedom and stuff like that. Whereas I'm driving a new Honda MV5, bumping hip hop while I'm on my way to the project.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything that I do, I tell anybody this. People say, Roy, you such a stickler for every, I try to do the best work. Because Martin Luther King said, whatever you do, be the best you are. Now, if I don't think that I'm gonna be good or I'm not good at it, I'm trying, and I just don't see no ways. But when I set out like for this company, I'm trying to. My purpose is to give them the best work. Now, back to what you said, to get other people involved. Okay, because to my understanding, you got two siblings too, right?
Yes,
DJ King,
yes,
you have two siblings. They
yeah.
younger.
One over me and one under me.
Okay, from your eyes, do you think that they have accomplished what they wanted as a kids? Because as kids, you sit there with your siblings and your cousins, and you talk about what I'm gonna do when I get grown up. I'm gonna be a truck driver. What did your brothers want
Well,
to be?
well, I'm gonna be honest, and I can't help but to be a hundred. You know, with my older brother, he had a lot of ambition. He had I got this. I'm gonna do this. I want to do this, but you never made it to that one. With my baby brother, I can't say he did. Reason why I'm gonna say that because I know my mama gonna kill me, but she was always
Because she in
there.
the
You know,
background too.
yeah, I know she gonna kill me, but hey,
You
I
know I'm
love
gonna
you,
bring her
mom.
in too. She listening
But
too.
the thing about it, she was always that hammer for him, my baby brother, and my younger brother, right? And I'm gonna say this too though. And in the beginning, coming up, like I would go to mama, hey, can you help me? Hey, can you give me? Hey, I want to do this, right? So with all that being said, at first it made me mad. But as I got older, it made me realize why did she do me the way she did me? Look at where I am now. You told me no. All your no's only made me who I am to go get it anyway. To only
What
bring it back to the table to say, hey, your no's pushed me, so I can go out and get it myself. So it got me in a position now to where if I go to someone else, if I come to you and say, hey Roy, I need $5. You know what I'm saying? But before I come to Roy, I'm gonna have a plan B. So what you gonna do for self? You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
that's
but see,
where
wouldn't your mother? Let me say this to you. Wouldn't your mother? Because my mother say this. She'll say, when I was a kid, boy, I knew you better than you know yourself.
exactly,
Now, at
exactly.
the age of 2, 3, and 4, you may be showing tendencies of where you are independent, and she knows your characteristics. You may just
Exactly.
get
That,
lazy
that
on yourself.
and you know what? And that's what she told me. She said it wasn't that she didn't want to, but she knew who I was, and that's why she did what she did, and I appreciate it for that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
because
would,
yeah, I'm with you.
I would never take that back because I mean, whereas okay, Cornelius gonna need to go. David need to go get a car. Well, Cornelius need a car too. Well, Cornelius ain't gonna wait on nobody. He gonna go make it happen. You see what I'm saying? For that, I'm
Mhm.
gonna have to get David a hair. You see what I'm saying?
And
That's
my brother,
where
hey, you know what's so funny? My brother's named David, right? And
oh my
he's
God,
he's 16 months younger than me. Now,
y'all have some.
I'm gonna tell you something. As a kid, I felt that my mother would do it for him so much that when she wanted to do it for me, I didn't want to be in the same place like him. Like, I don't know. I don't need you to do it for me.
But look at, but you got to also look at this. Look at where you stand now. Look at look at where God has blessed you in the position. You got to look at your position and you look at his position. You see what I'm saying? It was a reason behind it, and it's just like she would tell me all the time. I couldn't give you the way I give because I know your strong. I know your strength. I know you will go. No matter how many knows anybody tell you, I know you what you gonna go out there and do. So it
So
was
your mother
like
could say, you could say your mother would tell you that she knew you better than you know yourself at that time.
exactly, exactly. And even now, even now, even being where I am today, well, why don't you go this? Why don't you try this? Now I ain't gonna be able to do this. All at the same time. Hey man, I know you. You a slick hustler. You know what I'm saying? I know what you get. But
Okay,
it's the push.
let me ask you something, DJ Kimo, because I'm listening to you. And you and I sometimes we converse a lot. And it's hard for me to like I always thought you was the oldest of your brothers.
No.
Okay, now you what is it that because they always say, I remember, okay, if you got in trouble, did your big brother get a whooping? I want to know because
Okay. Now it's funny you say that. Now this is crazy, but hey, use me. Okay, Lord. Whatever them guys did, whatever they did, I got the worst of it. Like for real.
why?
It,
If you're not the
I
oldest,
don't. I mean, I know that. I mean, because my baby brother, he can come slap me upside the head, right? You know what I'm saying? I better not hit him back. Don't you touch my baby? Woo, and I get slammed. You know what I'm saying? But
hey man,
at
wait a minute. Let me explain something to you. It's not just in your household, then, right? Let me tell you something. Me and my brother had the biggest fight before I left. Now, see, I had left when I was 17. He leaves when he's 24, 25, right? But before I'm leaving, my my mother would say, "One day David gonna get you. He gonna get you." And my brother called himself attacking me while I was just chilling. My mother was encouraging him. She said, "Yeah, I told you he's gonna get you. I told him he's gonna get you." So I had to give him the 1-2 and do it like the streets. And I ended up hitting him, and he went across the dining room table. So I go over there to get on him, and boy, my mother kicked my butt.
I already know
Get
it.
off
I
my
already
baby.
know it. But and at the end of the day, though, Roy, like, in all,
Yeah.
I'm very more appreciative, and then if I had to look back at it, would I do anything different? I wouldn't because of who I am now. You see what I'm
Now,
saying?
well, I want to ask you something though. What is it that you said your big brother had a lot of um, aspir, aspirations or a lot of things he wanted to do, and you said he never accomplished one.
Right.
What is it that you knew that he wanted to be and he didn't? Is there a reason why he didn't?
We on air or we private?
We
Well,
on
I'm just
air.
there.
playing. I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing. What
See,
I
I
would
know you
say
trying
though,
to be cool with your words because we got Miss Moore and we're gonna bring her in, but she likes to hear what she you know what I'm
but see the
saying?
thing about it, what I would say though, in all honesty, and this is where I guess I feel like I accomplished that. My brother, he was DJing as well, and he was bad at what he do. You see what I'm saying? And he didn't fulfill that keep going. Now, what I will say is this, from a kid, I've always tried to follow behind him because that was like almost like my aims. I wanted to be like him. The thing he did, which made him a successful man that he's here today, he was always cutting grass in the neighborhood, and I would get mad because I couldn't push the lawnmower. Some of the guys that would give me the roll, man, go out there hit him across the head with the newspaper because I want to push the lawnmower with my big brother, whatever, right? Now, with that being said, from what I know, he had a hard doing and entertaining people because he was very comical. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he was like a family comedian. But I'm proud of him becoming the man he has become, but he had his own tree lawn and tree business. You see what I'm
I was
saying?
just about to say he
And
got his own service.
exactly. And there's nothing that he wouldn't do or he wouldn't put his blood, sweat, and tears in doing. So he has something because I didn't where I was looking at being a DJ, he took it and flipped it, and at one point he was hauling off metal, hauling off cars or whatever. He always had a hustle. You see what I'm saying? But there's just one thing where he became his own lawn and tree service guy. You know, my hat goes up to him because I mean, he's excellent at doing it. Where he'll get up on the whatever the thing called, you get on, you go up in the air. I'm not getting up there. You know,
Yeah.
he has no
He's
fear.
courageous. He's courageous about things. And it sounds like he's a grand hustler, like,
He
I'm going
is.
to get it done.
He is.
And
And I
that's a
mean, I
gift.
went
A
to
lot of people don't understand is that's a gift because you said that he has a personality, he can make people laugh and everything, right? That makes,
right.
don't you know that making people laugh make people trust you a little bit more? I was
Yep. And
told
so
this
with
as
my
a
baby
kid.
brother,
Yeah.
you know,
Hmm.
with him, when I tell you that's the I had to call him the secret hustler because his nickname is Slick. SLICKK. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing about it, you never know his next move. But whatever the next move may be, it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? He surprised my mom one day. He's sleeping during the day. He like a bat. He's sleeping during the day. And my mom could be having a conversation during the day, like, I gotta do this, and I gotta do this, I gotta do that, right? So while everybody sleep, guess who wakes up? The bat. The thief in the night wakes up. He's making moves. He doing what he got to do. And when he go to sleep the next day, whatever it was talking about the day, the previous day before, he not already fulfilled it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, it like I said, I wouldn't take none of it back. And if I can get, I tell anybody, if I get you 3 seconds, give me 3 seconds of your time, I got you the next 30 seconds. Because now I know you interested. So what
Okay.
is it that you want to do? That's like with Fleet, the Fleet DJs we in, and we just had like a real live testimony like an hour before we got on the phone. It's like, have you ever did you accomplish what you wanted to do when you came to Fleet, and what are you looking for? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
that's the
it's just
point.
like yeah, and this like that fell dead on top what we're talking about today. You know, now you go back and you look at someone you do the comedy show. It'd be somebody sitting in the crowd like, man, I want that's Roy Anthony. I'm trying to get to Roy Anthony. Somebody may have their dream of meeting Roy Anthony, but Roy Anthony has came to them. You see what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
mean, let's reach out the hand and grab our own. You know, and you said something powerful earlier about when you made the step. And I ain't gonna hold y'all too long because I know Miss Moore got to come in. When you said that we can't talk about people and it become a problem, but other people can talk about us and it's talked about, it's meteorized and this, that, and the third. Well, what make us so different? I'm gonna tell you what make us different. One, who we are as people. Two, we are a powerful nation. Because when you think about it, think about a lot of the different inventions that have been made. Where have they come from? Then when we make an invention, you got other people want to capitalize off of them. So it's like a scare to other people. It's
You
okay
know,
for
it's
you to
so funny you said that. You're right, man. Because somebody said West Up Roy. I like how they did that West Up too. They don't show your name. If you come on through Facebook, you don't log in. They just show Facebook user. You see it and it say West Up Roy. I love that West Up. They know I am. Hey, so before we go any farther though, I want to bring in Miss Moore. Is that fine with everybody?
check.
Christina, oh, hey, DJ Ism. That's my boy DJ Ism. Hey man, y'all know I'm a civil designer, right? I told you I'm the only black civil designer that I knew. Well, my man DJ Ism, that's who it is. He's a civil designer too. I've been working with him for since 96, 97. Look, I would work at a job and then temporary or something. They let me go. Then he'd be in. Sometimes we was at the same spot, and then they were like, "Oh, we gotta separate them two." As many as many engineer firms out there, they would never let me and DJ Ism work together. I'm you can. He's saying facts. I'm talking to him. We had a popular show called West Up Wednesdays. He's one of the number one DJs, and it was so funny. You was talking about DJs. You talking about a DJ too, man. It's my boy, Ism, DJ Ism. Good hear from you, DJ Ism, man. Thank you, bro. Um, what happened to DJ King Mode? Right when I'm about to
I'm
bring his
still
mom.
on.
Oh, okay, your camera. Okay, I'm gonna bring. Where you at? Your camera keep
I'm
going
still
up.
on.
Okay.
No,
Why you
go
don't
ahead.
want
Keep
your mama
talking.
to
Go
know
ahead.
where you at?
He
Christina,
turned
he
it
got in
off.
his background. He don't want
That's what
Miss.
he doing. I probably got a message.
All right, let me bring in Miss Moore. Hey,
Uh
Miss
oh.
Moore,
I'm
your
going on mute.
Hey y'all,
how you
Hey,
doing?
Mo.
how y'all
Hey,
doing?
How you
DJ
doing?
King
I'm
Mo
doing.
got his camera blocked out. You better show your mama where you at.
That's all right. He don't want me to know where I'm at. That's all right. I'll find him. Look where I'm at.
Oh,
Field.
you in Cotton Fields
Y'all
too?
see
I
me in
just what the world?
Cotton Field? Yeah. Well, you know I come out here and borrow some cotton.
Hold on.
I
Can
be
y'all hear me?
decorating with it. That's what I be doing with it.
I was gonna stop
Yep.
somewhere and ask me could I get a branch of it, as a souvenir. But I never seen nobody
Yeah,
out
you
there.
can
I
get a
just
stalk. I get you a stalk.
okay.
Yeah, I get you a
Now, Miss
stalk. Ain't no problem.
yeah. Miss
I
Moore,
get you a stalk.
before you speak about what King, your son was saying, King Mo, Miss Moore, who is one of our number one, she's a motivator and she's a nurse in her own company, but she's a mentor, and I love when she comes in and she's Christina's godmother. Am I correct, Christina? Miss Moore, when
That's
you was a
right.
kid. Now, Miss Moore, when you was a kid, now what was your are you living as a when you was a child and you had inspirations of being someone, did you achieve it?
Good question. Great answer. When I was a child coming up, I vowed that I was gonna be a better parent than what I had. I
Mm.
say this because of the fact, uh, like uh King Mo said, he thought that he wasn't loved because I did this or did that. But as a kid, I had to realize there was something in me, and I didn't understand what it was, and I just didn't know what it was, and I was always going to the next house to help this and to help that and to help this. And a lot of time mama thought I was in the wrong place. But then, the old folk, they gonna call and say, well, she over here cleaning up, she over here cooking, or she over here doing that. And I didn't realize that was my gift, that was my calling to serve the elderly. So, and I've always liked to be around the elderly because they were so wise and I could hear stuff from them. And now that I've gotten older and I stayed in that same field, and I said, this is where I'm supposed to be. And I wouldn't take it and I wouldn't trade it for nothing because of what it brought me to. And I had to realize, mom would always go over there, go over here, that my sister is, that my other sister is. One never had to cook, one never had to clean up. I had to do all that. Then daddy would come home. Well, I call myself gonna be smart and slick. You had to have dessert on the table for daddy every day. He had to have dessert after he eat. Well, I got a store-bought cake and I made it. And daddy said, yeah, it's pretty good cake. I said, thank you, daddy. I'm gonna tell you this much. We're gonna eat this cake today, but tomorrow you get that swan down cake mix. Yo, you fix down another box cake up in here.
He already
That's
knew,
how
huh?
I learned. Yeah, he knew what it was. And I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, dad like that cake. I ain't gonna do that no more. No, I had to set the eggs out, set that butter out. I had to get that homemade cake. And so going through what I went through as a child, I cherish it because of the fact I didn't realize mama was making me do when she wasn't making them do because I had to end up, but in the end, both of my sisters ended up living with me. My
Are you
oldest
the
sister
oldest?
and
You the
no, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. I'm a middle child. I'm in the middle. So I got a 9-room house for me, my sister, their kids, my kids, everybody had their own room, and we all lived together. I mean, we were great. So what I didn't realize, Mama saw something in me that I didn't see, and my daddy said these words. He said, "Gail," he said, "something in you that your mama see." He said, "I know she whooped you a lot, and I got a lot of whooping, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yes,
I
Lord, I
got
did
beat a
did
lot
too.
of
too.
times.
Oh,
I
did.
But look, it's this one song, y'all, that I got a whooping. I
Like
left
that
home,
song.
I sneaked out. So I sneaked out, ended up in the midst of my sneaking out where I had my little sister. I said, "Look, I'm gonna tap on the window so I can get back in." Okay, I said, "Don't go to sleep." It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm just tapping, trying to get. I'm like, "Bobby, open the door, open the door." She go holler, "Huh? What time is it?" Now you done woke up, mama.
Uh,
I got the top part in the window and the back part was hanging out. Now y'all know I'm already tired. Y'all know where I've been. Y'all know what time it was. I ain't had no strength left already. My dad said, "You done killed her." Dad, mama said, "Well, drag her in. We'll call the folks to come
wait a
get her
minute.
if
You
she
took a
dead."
butt whooping in the windowsill?
They put the stick in the window. I couldn't get a piece in. I could do nothing. When I tell you, I couldn't do nothing. I'm like, wait a minute. I couldn't holler no more. I ain't had no more strength to holler with. I done hollered out before I got home. Man, much
Hey, Miss
left.
Moore.
I'm done.
Miss Moore, can I ask you this? Because I took a lot of whoopings too. I think the last whooping I got was with butt naked with an extension cord, and I vowed if there's anything as a
Good
kid,
God
I
today.
vowed that would be my last butt whooping from my mother. That's why I left. But let me ask you a
Amen.
question. With you being the middle child, which makes you look at stuff like your mother and your dad, because your dad could have said to your mom, let one of them other girls cook. You got Jeanette cooking all the time. They seen
My
something in
dad didn't run the
you.
show. My dad didn't run nothing but go get his paycheck. My dad didn't run nothing.
Okay. So your mama seen it in you. So you growing up as the middle child, do you think that is that what made you look at King Mo since he's a middle child over like what he has said about you was a little bit harder on him than the others?
No, it was the fact that the thing of it was he was always trying to invent something. He was always fixing on something. I mean, I
Yes.
had one of the best set of knives in my house. He would take my knives and he was always wiring up stuff. I said, "You gonna burn up something, Rebecca." We got that first car. You could tell it was him coming down the road as loud as he was. But he had that gift of always putting stuff together and he always wanted to do for somebody. So, when the thing of it was, I'm like, I used to watch him when he didn't think I was watching. And I used to look at what he be doing. And he was always trying to put something together. I said, tell me he rigging up stuff. I hope he don't blow us up. But he had something that the other two didn't have. Now, don't get me wrong. The other two had their own way of doing. But this and him, he had another way of doing. So that's what that was with him being in the middle. And he felt like, mom won't do this, mom won't do that. In fact, mom won't do. I know you can do it. But now if he could do it, if I seen him struggling a little too hard, oh, I'll go pull him out. Even when he worked at KFC, he would come home with a little check. When I got my check, I said, okay, cool. And I guess he was waiting on me to say, give me, don't you spend all your money in one place, because I don't give you no money next week. Yes, ma'am. And the little boy that worked with him, he said, man, how much money I give your mama your check? He said, I don't give my mama no money. She don't have enough. No, I want to see what he was going to do with his money. And he took his money and he utilized it. He cuffed it and stuff and he didn't spend much. He was good G. He wasn't going to spend too much.
Do
And
you
he
think
held on
that
to it.
you being a mother and you listen to your kids and it seems like you raised 3 grand men, you know, do you ever look at because today's subject is as you was a kid and you had aspirations of being someone, did you achieve it? Do any of your
Say
boys,
that
not just King, since he's on here, did you feel that your kids have achieved what they looked at they were set for? Because you knew them before came into their mindsets. Do
they
you think
have,
that? Hmm.
they have, they really have, because it's, this just confirmation.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
morning I had a and my
Turn your head back to the satellite.
Your phone is breaking up, Miss Moore.
Yeah, it's breaking up.
Ooh, I'm feeling this joint, Lord G.
Miss Moore.
I told y'all
Your
I'm in the
phone is
cotton field.
breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Loud and clear. Stay right there. Don't move your head. Leave it to the satellite. Don't move your head.
Okay. That's because I'm in the cotton field. I mean, I
You
feel
look,
like
you
they,
right. You right there where Jesus at now. Don't move.
hallelujah. That's the place to be. No better place to be than to be with
Yeah.
Jesus. I ain't lying till you want to do it, but I do. I am grateful that my kids have achieved all they have. I'm grateful by all three of my sons. Even Slick, uh, my baby, Slick, but he's incarcerated. I tell folks he's on vacation, but he's incarcerated. But he's incarcerated
Oh, your
for
phone is
him.
breaking up. Miss Moore, your phone is breaking up very bad.
Turn toward the left a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
Right there. Don't
I
move. Stay
did.
right there. Stay right there. Don't move.
Okay. Well, anyway, like I said, my youngest son, he has achieved a lot because of the fact of the kids that he was around. I looked at him as I look at myself. He would always have the little boys over to help them with their homework because they had no family structure. And he would always go in there and just cook up a lot of food to feed all the little kids. I'm like, is this the daycare, Daddy? Yeah, Mom, I got to make sure they get their homework. So his thing was to always make sure somebody else had it. So they look at, because Earl and one, but three of them. If I had a house full of children, but I just took y'all and go, hey, come on over. And my kids did the same thing. So they have accomplished a lot of things in life. And David has become the man that I always knew he could become, even though he had to go on vacation to do it. But if you look at him now from where he was, and they call him preacher man in prison. What it do,
Is it
preacher man?
Slick?
Huh?
Who? Which one are you talking about? Slick?
That's slick. Yeah, that's slick.
Okay.
That's slick. That's what they call him right now. He's in prison. They be
Yeah.
like, what up, preacher man? What's the word for today? I told him, I said, God put you there for a reason, just a season, but He put you there. So, and I'm grateful that He's in there telling somebody else what thus said the Lord. See, we never know what our calling is. We never know what we're gonna have to be there
Yes.
for somebody else. So, and I'm grateful. I mean, I wouldn't trade none of them little bad boogers for nothing. But let me tell y'all this, and I'm gonna get off here.
Yes, ma'am.
Cornelia said, DJ Key Mo said that I treated him bad. But let me tell y'all what DJ King Mo did to Slick. And I got a
Oh.
flower thing in the
Hold
backyard right
on. Wait
now
a minute. Wait a
to
I'm
minute.
cover
gonna have
up
to mute your
for what
mic,
he
King
did.
Mo. We want to hear this one.
Yeah, I'm telling this one. He ended up, they had watched some movie or something where them folk buried the folk in the sand. DJ King Mo had my son to get down in his hole, and he covered my son up down in his hole, up to he went to his neck, but waist, up to his waist. And that Slick told the little boy, go tell my mama I can't get out this hole. And DJ came on and said, I'm gonna get you out, don't tell mom. When I went out there, y'all, my son down in that hole, I was like a dog trying to dig my son out that hole. I said, as soon as I get my baby out this hole, I got one for you. He said, I'm dead. I said, you sure will.
Wait.
Man, when I finally got there, I had so much dirt and mud. Y'all don't see me. I was digging like that dog. Digging for a bone. Trying to get my baby out that hole. I finally got him out, and the shoe was still stuck in the hole. I said, you all right? He said, I'm okay, Mom. I said, good. Earl up in the room, stand up in the lap. I'm sorry. I said, sure is. What's the routine? Give it to me. I
Oh,
whooped that nigga. Ooh, I whooped him. But Mom, I said, ain't no bus, nothing. What you buried my child out there in that backyard for?
oh, oh.
Man, when I tell you, he buried my child in the yard.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what though? Before you go, Miss Moore, I, siblings do that. We play
Yeah.
because we was in camp. My mother moved us from Long Beach to Kansas City, and I had never seen snow, and they had canceled the schools because of the snow, and then so one Saturday morning it was a blizzard outside. It weren't, it came on a Friday and it was blizzard. So I woke my brother up and said, "Man, you late for school. You better get out to that bus stop." So he was out there to the bus stop, and he's scared to come back in because he think he missed the bus because he know he gonna get in trouble. And it's like 10 below zero. It was chilly, and I'm in there laughing. So my mother comes in. She said, "Where your brother?" I said, I don't know. I thought I heard him go outside or something in this blizzard." And he was up at the bus stop corner. When he came
Oh,
back, boy, I mean, his eyebrows had ice and stuff on them. My mother said, "What are you doing? I kill you, boo boo." Roy told me I was late for school. Boy, that was the worst ass whooping on a Saturday morning.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come
But
on now. Come on now.
but you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes I could see where we got to take this subject again because I got a lot of other people been wanting to come in on this subject because it's if you was a kid to achieve. Now these young men, DJ King Mo, the older brother, David, right? It's like Miss Moore. No matter when a person gets to a certain age, they make a mistake, they learn, they come out. The thing is that you help them achieve these dreams. DJ King Mo, did your mother ever say you can't be no truck driver?
No, the thing about it, man, you be hitting me with these questions, I'll be scared to answer sometimes because I'm older now, but I guess I can answer. The thing about it, man, I was there one, so I would sneak and go get the car, and drive and, stuff like that. And I drove her stick shift. I'm riding around,
Ooh,
hey,
you
I'm
tore
driving
that
stick
clutch
now.
up, didn't
Yeah, but the trick part about it, I couldn't get the car back in the yard. You know what I'm saying? And got
you?
beat.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, man, I guess and this is where my son Junior get it from. He will always pay attention to what someone else is doing, and that's where I got it from. I was always looking because I
Going in
wanted to
the
do, and I
background.
wanted to always. It was almost like a competition to self. You see what I'm saying? And when I achieved it, man, it's like, what's next? I mean, because like me being a family person, me want to help people. If I see a set of kids that was like me, my real father wasn't there, but I had a father there. You see what I'm saying? Let me reach out and grab these kids, man, because just like uh Isaiah and Javari, them drummers, I lived that life of being a
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Love them like my own.
Yeah.
And he want to be a
Hey,
drummer
your
because
phone is
I
messing
did
up.
that
I
because
think you
it was
need to
just
lean
something.
towards that satellite.
But helping others to achieve, man. I ain't never. Now what I
Miss Moore, tell him to lean to the satellite because he's sticking now.
realizing now because I was always. Can you
Yeah.
hear me now?
You
Get to the
sticking a little
satellite.
bit.
Get to
Now
the
in
satellite.
school.
Go to the light, Caroline, little
That's
brother. Go to
wrong.
the light.
Uh,
Can you hear
hey,
me
well, you
now?
know what? Yeah, well, you know what we're gonna do? If y'all don't mind, we're gonna pick this subject up again Thursday. we came to the hour because a lot of people needs to hear this. Um, Christina, who wanted to be a motivational speaker. Now I didn't know that I didn't even know Miss Christina. But as I talked to DJ King Mo and then we was on the phone with her, I was listening to her. And Christina, I want you to know is that I was listening to you. I don't really listen to a lot of people unless they intrigue me, especially strangers, right? Unless it, and and I want to let you know as a motivational speaker that that is your calling. I could see it. Miss Moore, I like Miss Moore because Miss Moore was telling us when we first met about how she worked for a nursing contract people or something, and they just kind of just did it wrong, whatever. She comes back and she running her business. DJ King Mo, I see you. Sometimes we bring up situations like, oh, because I don't know if y'all knew that I never got to meet my real dad. He died in Pelican Bay a month before I was released. He was in there all my whole life. The fathers that I had were the men in the streets, and they was the one who told me how you can be whatever you want to be and everything like that. When I see y'all, I feel like it's family. I see people accomplishing what they came made out to be. You a diesel driver, bro. You on your own diesel, am I correct?
Correct.
You have your own DJ. I've been to your spot. You had me dancing like a mug.
Correct.
After that lady gave me that Jack Daniels and stuff, couldn't do nothing but just dance with this music, right? But
Right.
you doing it. And Christina, there's a lot more coming for you. The
Well,
thing is,
Amen. Amen. Say that again.
look,
Amen.
if you
yeah,
would
it's a
listen, we can push it up out, but you stay stubborn and don't want to
well,
listen.
see, sometimes what people don't understand is you are not her other family members. Sometimes some people look at family members as sometimes the holy grail. And she already admitted that when she gets past that level, she's not where she wants to be. Sometimes we on the outside see things and we're trying to push them to be like this, think like this, think like this, think like this. But I had a partner, let me say this. His mother never gave him a whooping.
Man, I'm feeling the drink, Lord.
His mother never gave him a whooping. And he heard my mother gave me a whooping, and he'll hear my mother say, I'm gonna beat the black off you and everything. And he was like, how can you take that? There's no way that I could do that. And I'm looking at him like, you know what? Now today, I don't know what he does. And I don't even know if he have a job. It depending on my mother's discipline made me be in the straight and narrow, but it made me stay focused too. And so, but we gonna pick this up. We ain't gonna stay on. I want to tell everybody, thank y'all again, like extended family. A lot of people is listening to us and watching us and stuff. They may not jump in, but there's things that we're saying that other people wants to be able to hear because the thing is that I if I'm with y'all, I'm there for you. I'm not a person who just for the public and stuff. I got love for Christina. I got love for King Mo. Got major love for Miss Moore and stuff. I be hoping that if y'all know that if y'all needed anything, you can call me. King Mo has. He has taken my word for that. If you need anything, call me, and I'm gonna try to help you and stuff. But he has done the back to me, Miss Moore. I got major love for Cornelius E.
Wait. Hey, Roy,
I didn't say it. I didn't say
calm
it.
down. Calm down now.
Hey man, Thursday we got to bring this subject up again. Big Hank, I know he would want to hear from it, and I want to tell y'all major love, okay?
Okay.
And
Well, I
and
love y'all.
Christine,
There's nothing y'all can do
Love
about
you
it.
too.
So
I
it's
can do
been a
something about it.
pleasure
I
just
can do
hanging out
something
with
about it. I
y'all.
can do
It
something. I
really
Yes,
want
has.
some
ma'am.
more.
And so
So
just know,
everybody,
what we've been through, we share with someone else. It would make them realize where they're going. Just tell
Yes,
them to
ma'am.
just keep pushing. They're growing.
Yes, ma'am.
right.
Amen.
And what was you gonna say,
All right,
Christina?
love
I was
y'all.
gonna say I didn't know
Love you too,
everybody
Miss
on here
Moore.
was about the middle child or whatever, and being the black sheep of the family is what I called it. It's not so bad to be the black sheep of the family. It's because they see something in you that you about don't see in yourself. So that's why they push you the way that they do, or you may feel like you're being ignored, but they know that you're more independent than the other two or the other three or however many in the family. They may not say it out loud, but they show it in their actions.
Yeah.
That's how
And
they.
everybody, man, your family must think that you are a pillar because you said that they come to you and get your last, and you got 5 babies,
I have 6 of them, and that's the
6
thing.
babies, and that's a
Yeah.
trip. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. A guy came to me, a partner of mine, asked me to borrow $30, $40, and I said, "Man, you don't see these kids." He's like, "Oh man, you always got the kids, man." I'm just That's a selfish individual. But we're gonna come back on that, right?
Right.
Let's talk back on this again Thursday. You want to do that, Christina?
That's fine.
Okay, and believe it or not, I got some things being set up for you.
Okay.
It starts always with the churches. You feel me? You better speak because we got to tell your story. And
Okay.
matter of fact, we're gonna make. I want to do that. I knew that you wasn't feeling good last week, and I said, but next week I want to take one of the shows Tuesday, Thursdays to talk on your story, Christina.
Okay.
People want to know more about you and stuff, and people need to hear. Okay,
Okay.
DJ King Mo, man, you know I love you very much, man.
I
That's
love
my
you too,
brother.
bro.
Yeah, you ain't gonna put me in no hole.
All right, but I'm gonna put you in this red cup though. You heard me. I'm
Hey,
trying to tell you now.
hey, man. Well, hey, check this out. Love y'all much, man. Y'all be blessed and stay up and think. And let's think and ponder what we can do if somebody hasn't achieved their goals as a kid. How can we help them?
Okay, I mean,
All right.
I agree with that. I'm down for that.
No. Okay, man.
Okay.
God bless y'all. What you say, Miss Cook?
I said okay because I know it's like we can. I had this organization I was starting up. Girls, I really do listen, but we could change that. That'll give an idea of letting other people open up their ideas or what they
That's
want to
what
do.
I'm saying. That part.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. God
All
bless.
right.
We about to get
One.
up out of here.
Hey,
Okay.
is this thing on? Can you hear me? Is anybody out there? Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The